Imagine waking up to the news that your beloved neighbor, respected art teacher Desiree, was found murdered in her home. On an otherwise ordinary morning, the unthinkable happened, casting a chilling shadow over the quiet town of Yakima. The tranquility of this close-knit community was abruptly shattered, replaced by an eerie silence that echoed the shock and horror of Desiree's untimely demise. Desiree was more than just a neighbor or an art teacher. She was the lifeblood of Yakima, a beacon of creativity and warmth. Her life, filled with color and vivacity, was brutally extinguished, leaving behind a void that could never be filled. The circumstances of her death were as baffling as they were tragic. Her body, riddled with gunshot wounds, was discovered in her home, a place where she should have been safe. The peaceful community was left reeling, and the hunt for the killer began. This was the start of a journey into a labyrinth of deceit and suspicion, a quest for justice that would uncover secrets buried deep beneath the surface of this seemingly idyllic town. As the shock subsided, a complicated web of relationships and secret affairs began to unravel. The catalyst was Scott's chilling 911 call, which seemed to echo with an eerie calm, far removed from the expected panic of a husband who had just discovered his wife lifeless. His demeanor, cool and collected, raised eyebrows. Scott, a respected military veteran, was soon embroiled in a maelstrom of suspicion. His confession of an open relationship with another woman, Paige, only thickened the plot. Though unconventional, it was not a crime. But in a murder investigation, it was a complication. Paige, now bearing Scott's child, added another dimension to the mystery. Her anxious glances and nervous demeanor seemed to paint a picture of guilt, or was it fear? The line was blurred. As the investigation delved deeper into their lives, the intrigue only heightened. Scott's lack of emotion and his open relationship raised more questions than answers. Paige, Scott's other partner, became a suspect, her unexpected pregnancy adding another twist. But the sudden introduction of Marty, a friend with a worrisome obsession, muddied the waters even further. In this labyrinth of deceit and suspicion, the police found some concrete evidence. A firearm tied to Marty was discovered, and shoe prints identical to those at the crime scene were unearthed. This tangible evidence seemed to solidify Marty's place in the narrative of Desiree's untimely demise. Yet Marty's behavior was as perplexing as it was suspicious. He was quick to deflect blame, his denials seeming more calculated than innocent. His connection to Paige, who was entwined in this web of deceit herself, only added to the growing list of questions. As the investigation continued, it became clear that this was more than a simple case of murder. It was a convoluted tale of relationships, secrets, and betrayal. The evidence pointed to Marty, but his calculated denials only deepened the mystery. Without a clear confession, the case culminated in a surprising conviction through an Alfred plea. The trial was a whirlwind of accusations and denials, with Marty at the center. Despite his vehement denials, the evidence stacked against him was compelling. The firearm connected to him, the matching shoe prints at the crime scene, his obsessive nature, all these pointed towards his guilt. Yet the absence of a straightforward confession left room for questions. The jury, faced with the daunting task of piecing together the puzzle, found Marty guilty. But was justice truly served? The Alfred plea, a peculiar legal maneuver, allowed Marty to maintain his innocence while acknowledging that the prosecution's evidence would likely lead to his conviction. This left a bitter aftertaste and sparked lingering doubts about what really happened. While Marty's conviction seemed to bring a sense of closure, the question remains: was he truly the mastermind behind Desiree's murder? As Desiree's murder continues to haunt the town of Yakima, it's a chilling reminder of the sinister acts that can lurk beneath ordinary lives. The echoes of her tragic end still resonate, casting long shadows over the community she once brightened with her artistic flair. The shock of her demise has been replaced by a lingering sense of unease as the town grapples with the complexities of the case. The conviction of Marty, the close friend with an obsessive nature, brought some relief, but not closure. The intricate web of relationships, secret affairs, and the damning evidence left behind a trail of lingering questions. Was Marty the true mastermind behind this unthinkable crime, or was he just a pawn in a more sinister game? Despite the conviction, the air in Yakima is thick with uncertainty. But the most poignant question that remains unanswered is, what exactly transpired on that dark day?